What's up, guys? You're watching jmboytv, and we are back with another reaction. Today we'll be reacting to The Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby and The Range. This was suggested by a patron, so you know I had to check it out. I'm not familiar with Bruce Hornsby. If you are a returning viewer to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I know it's easy to forget because my videos just pop up for you. I do the same thing sometimes. There are 100,000 of you guys that watch my videos and return to my videos, but over 88% of you guys are not subscribed. So definitely help out jmboytv, hit that subscribe button. If this is your first time to the channel, I am new to the rock genre, exploring the many classic rabbit holes, having a blast. If you want to join me on that journey, take a second to scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video when I post. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if you guys are interested in exclusive content or you want to ensure that I react to your suggestion, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. I have tons of reactions to classic songs that got blocked here from YouTube, songs that I know you guys would enjoy. That being said, let's get right into this video.
They can't buy a job. The man in the silk suit hurries by as he catches the poor old lady's eyes. Just for fun, he says, get a job. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Ah, but don't you believe them? Said, hey little boy, you can't go where the others go. You don't look like they do. Said, hey old man, how can you stand to think that way? Did you really think about it before you made the rules? He said so. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Oh, but don't you believe them? They passed a law in '64 to give those who ain't got a little more, but it only goes so far. Because the law don't change another's mind when all it sees at the hiring time is the line on the collarbone. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is.
amazing song by Bruce Hornsby. Everything about this song was awesome. Every element was perfect. When the song started playing, I kind of recognized it a bit, and that's because Tupac Shakur sampled it on his song Changes, and I love that song. So it's super cool to see where that song originated. I literally had no clue. The piano on this song was spectacular. He was doing some fancy finger work. Love those solos, and I absolutely love that the 30-second mark when he started playing the bass line on this one, he just jumped right in and got it buzzing right away. Love the drums on this song. Love that keyboard. I thoroughly enjoyed this song from top to bottom. I love the vocals on this song. This guy just has a swagger to him. Something about the way he was singing, something about that chorus. This guy has cool written all over him. Then we get into the lyrics on this song, which is one of the reasons I feel like Tupac chose this song in particular to sample. He said, standing in line, marking time, waiting for the welfare dime because they can't buy a job. The man in the silk suit hurries by as he catches the poor old lady's eyes. Just for fun, he says, get a job. Man, definitely an interesting way to start this one. He's talking about these poor people waiting in the welfare line, and he says they can't buy a job, so they're looking for work but not finding it, and some scummy rich dude comes scurrying by and throws salt in the wound by saying, get a job, and he says it to the old lady in particular. So really just a scummy guy. Even if you feel some type of way about what's going on, there's not really a need to talk to anyone like that. Everybody goes through different things. Everyone was raised differently. People are taught differently. People are taught how to deal with situations differently. So if you had uneducated parents, they're gonna teach you the uneducated way to do something. And generally speaking, that's what you're gonna do. If you knew better, you do better. Then the chorus goes, that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. But don't you believe them? So I feel like he's saying, like, even though that's the way things are currently, they don't always have to be that way. And you don't have to accept the way that things are. You can try to make changes. You can advocate for change. You can affect change in your life. So you don't have to be stagnant. And that's a lesson maybe some of the people in the welfare line could benefit from learning. But sometimes you have to be taught how to do things a different way. And if you're born in a certain situation and you grow up in it and you stay in it, you don't really get many outside perspectives. So it can be difficult to just switch your thinking like that. I know because I grew up in that situation. I'm a first generation college student. I'm the first in my family to go and complete college. I grew up in poverty. I grew up in a poverty mindset, but I just always thought differently about things. And that's what enabled me to kind of make it out of that. But the way I was thinking, nobody around me was thinking like that. And I'm not just talking about going to college. I'm just talking about life in general. So I can understand a little bit more why certain things go on. Next verse he says, said, hey, little boy, you can't go where the others go because you don't look like them. Said, hey, old man, how can you stand to think that way? Did you really think about it before you made the rules? He said, son, and then he goes back into the chorus. So this sounds a bit like segregation, either overt or covert, but the message of this song is kind of changing certain ways of thinking and not just saying that's just the way it is. So you can look at a situation and be like, that's how it is, and then you ask, why is that? And does that make sense? So in this situation, he's talking about the little boy can't go somewhere where the other kids go because he's not like them. So you have to ask why that is. Does that make sense? And the answer to that question is no. So the old man is caught in a certain ways of thinking and he's not adapting with the environment. He's only sticking to these rules because that's just the way things are or they were. We got to update our systems, all of us. Next verse he says, well, they passed a law in 64 to give those who ain't got a little more, but it only goes so far because the law don't change another's mind when all it sees at the hiring time is the line on the color bar. Okay, so now this makes way more sense. He's full blown just talking about racism. He's talking about a law that was passed in 1964, maybe the Civil Rights Act. That law outlawed discrimination based on race, religion, color, and sex, I believe. So like he said, it outlawed discrimination, but people still kind of felt the way they felt. It's like the same thing when slavery was outlawed. There's a progression that goes on, and the remnants of that lingers for a very long time. You gotta think it's generations and generations of this certain type of mindset. It doesn't just go away, especially when you get to hold on to little pieces of the idea with like Jim Crow and voter ID laws and grandfather clauses and things like that. The ideals of the society still persist. So this is like a full-blown anti-racism song. I didn't catch that at the beginning. I thought he was just kind of discussing things, but now it makes more sense. This is some powerful stuff, and this makes even more sense why Tupac used it in his song called Changes, because in the song he's talking about seeing no changes. Man, this was awesome. This was an awesome song. This was awesome lyrics, and I love just kind of connecting the dots. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments. This was a great song, great recommendation from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I will catch you guys on the flip. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in helping to steer the ship in terms of where the music goes, you'll definitely want to check out that Patreon. You'll be able to get your suggestions to me directly. You can get your favorite deep cuts reacted to, or even just your favorite songs. On top of that, you'll have access to exclusive content, songs that got blocked here from YouTube from legendary artists like the Beatles. So if you want your suggestions to be the priority, definitely check out the Patreon at this link. You won't be disappointed. Hope to see you there.